In today's video, we're going to talk about the top two stocks that are setting up really nicely for a massive move to the upside, especially after that news that we got from the Fed earlier today. I'm also going to be sharing with y'all exactly why Apple and Microsoft moved the way they did. All right after the intro. Sure. Welcome back to the channel. Again, if you haven't already done so, don't forget to annihilate the like button on your way in. And also don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel, alright? So let's get started right off the bat. We got the SPY over here. The way it started off the week was not the way everybody would have liked. Again, I made a very bullish video last time on Friday night, and I was looking for a break of this inverse head and shoulders. This reverse head and shoulders, we got the left shoulder, the head, and then the right shoulder right here. And it just couldn't do so. It just could not break out. And immediately started flushing down right after the gates open. And right now things are looking decent. Things are looking good. I'm not bearish at all. These right here are bear traps, right? There are some bears that are trapped over here. Lots of dip buyers forming these two wicks over here. All right. And also there was news about the Fed not changing the rates this year, but they're expecting, I believe there's 3 different hikes in the year of 2022. So we'll see how that one will affect the market. So far, things are looking bullish. And where are we going to go? I think we're gonna retest the previous highs of 47.40, right? Before consolidating a little bit more towards the end of the week. Okay, now the first stock that all of you should be keeping in your watch list. That stock is ETSY, Etsy. All right. And the reason why I want to share Etsy with y'all is because of this. If you look on the daily, long-term investors really love this thing. Every time it collapses down to these levels around that 200 moving average on a daily, buyers, long-term investors tend to step in and they tend to just push up the stock even higher every single time. Right here, and right here again, right? Now, another reason why y'all should keep this on your watch list is because of this. If you look closely right there, the combination of these 3 candles, this is a morning star candlestick patterns for those of y'all who are beginners, right? This is a morning star on a daily time frame right off of the 200 moving average, right? And also we're gonna zoom in closely, and the reason why we got in right when we got in is because of this 15-minute time frame. If you zoom closely right there, you can see the left shoulder, the head, and then the right shoulder, followed by the news from the Fed, which pretty much pushed up the whole market all at once. We got in at like 220, like in this candle right here, 224, 225 for that move to the upside. I think it's gonna go a lot higher. This is just the beginning. Definitely expect a move all the way up towards 250, maybe even 260 within the next few days. Not bearish on Etsy. I think it's going to climb. How fast is it going to go? Again, we'll see. But definitely keep that one on your watch list. Now, the next one that I want to share with all of you, it's also at a tremendous discount, and I think y'all gonna love it. This one is Crowdstrike, CRWD, Crowdstrike, right? And if we take a look at this one, it has its ups and downs. Very volatile stock. It provides an opportunity on both sides. Bears love it, and bulls like the stock. Again, it has these nice moves, these nice swings to provide some money making opportunities. Now, if you look at the daily, it dipped a little bit just to fill that gap on the left. All right, that's the first one. The second one is this. If we take a look at the 1 hour and then we zoom in right over here, right there. Let me get this drawing tool. From the moment it had earnings all the way to today, right there. Okay, you can clearly see that it broke out quite nicely. Again, for me, it was like which it was between Etsy and Crowdstrike. I mean, obviously they both move in the same direction, and obviously like a lot of other stock moves. So if you were able to catch that move, then you're sitting in a pretty good position right now. And I definitely think this is going to run. This is just the beginning. I think we're gonna open up at like 217, maybe 218, and then we're gonna spike all the way up towards 237. All right, towards these regions right here. Could it happen this week? It would be phenomenal. It really would be. It really, really would be. Or it could take its sweet time and then actually climb up there on Monday. All right, but I'm not bearish on CrowdStrike, and it also got upgraded by JP Morgan, I believe, on the left hand side. And also it got upgraded by some analysts to a new price target of like, I think 255 is somewhere in here. It's somewhere in there. But yeah, these are some of the reasons why you should consider CrowdStrike for the next few days. Not bearish on this one at all. Right now, let's talk about Apple. All right, let's take a look at Apple. In the last video, I told y'all Apple was about to go parabolic, right? I said that, and I meant it. All right. Unfortunately, right after that video, it dropped a little bit. Unfortunately, all right. The timing wasn't the greatest, but again, I explained what happened to the SPY earlier. I didn't like the fact. That, let me see, /ES, that inverse head and shoulders didn't break. I didn't like that in the morning, all right? And it was looking quite scary going into the open at around 8 o'clock on that day. So that's one reason why I didn't like it. The other reason was because of, let me change to this one. Okay. The other reason was because of Microsoft. Again, Microsoft was also featured. And I told y'all that I was expecting Microsoft to go to like 349. I didn't like the way it looked pre-market. It looked like it was actually going to retest that neckline, which was at 348. And we tried to give it a little bit of a chance just to like kind of prove itself, right? But we ended up getting rid of it because, let me see. We ended up getting rid of it on the 13th at around like 10:10 or 10:11, right? And it was because of this thing. Let me change to this screen. Microsoft. That way y'all can see exactly the psychology behind it. So first and foremost, it tries to make a move, right? It gets really, really choppy over here. It tries to make a move up towards where we want it to go, towards the 349. And then it gets brutally rejected over here. So that's like the first hint to like, okay, you should be worried, right? And then it started consolidating. And then as soon as it started breaking down over here, we immediately got out. We didn't even try to, like, we took our money because we got in at like 338 the previous day from here. So we decided to just play it safe and just get out of this one. And also the market was just tanking. And then the next day it fell even more, right? And right now, I mean, it looks pretty good. It's going to rebound back to where it previously was at around like 340. And it's probably going to go higher because, again, momentum is coming into the market. But that's kind of like the psychology of what I was thinking in that moment. Again, the perspective changes as more candles show up. So again, if you're a beginner, right, like, try to adapt, and most importantly, pay attention to what you're doing. Pay attention to the charts, and look for these little clues. Look for these clues in the chart. It really tells a lot. And plus, if you look in the afternoon, there was a massive sell-off and a retest of 339, which was what I was anticipating in the morning, like pre-market. So that was another indication that the next day was gonna be terrible, right? So yeah, that's the explanation for that one. Now, in regards to Apple, right? In regards to Apple, my drawings are still on the chart. Like I haven't touched anything at all. Could it get to 190 by the end of this week? I would be a little shocked, or a little shocked. I think it might get to like 285. Like it could form a hammer on here. A green one, not a red one. I think it can form a green hammer. And next week, it could take it up to this circle right there. All right. So if you have contracts on there, hopefully your expiration is not too close. Hopefully you gave yourself some time to just let the stock do its thing. So that's my very honest opinion on that one. I still think that it's going to go parabolic very, very soon. Now let's talk about you guys' stocks of interest. We got two stocks. The first one, somebody asked about PLTR. And in regards to PLTR, there is a Dragonfly Doji at $18. That, and also obviously the momentum of the market is shifting. The previous level of support was at around $18. Buyers are stepping in. I do think that it can reverse all the way up to 20, maybe even $22 very soon. This is not a level where you want to be bearish at. Okay, so I don't like these little stocks. Like these stocks under under like 40 is just I just don't like that. I like trading the stocks that are a little bit more expensive because they tend to have higher movements and also better contracts. So I don't like these little ones at all. The next one that we're going to talk about, somebody asked about a really good one, which I think all of you would like as well. BBY, Best Buy. All right. And in regards to Best Buy, it got annihilated in the past 4 weeks. And if you look closely on the daily time frame, it's kind of forming that morning star, a little different morning star from Etsy, but it's still there. The morning star is still there. And there is a giant gap at the top. Let me change this thing to this drawn tool. Yeah, there's a giant gap at the top. When is it going to fill? Eventually. It could take months. It could take weeks. I don't know. All right. But it looks like it wants to like make a comeback. It might consolidate a little bit before trying to make its move back up towards 114. So if you're a long-term investor and you love Best Buy, this wouldn't be a terrible place to start buying stock, for example. In regards to like contracts, I mean, you gotta be accurate on the direction and the timing at which it's going to get there. So the game is a little different, right? But in regards to like the direction, it's gonna take some time to get back up here. It's going to take some time. That's my very honest opinion on this one. I've talked about a previous stock before, but I never covered it. It was Visa. I told y'all to buy Visa. No, not VTRS. Visa. Yeah. I told y'all to buy Visa when it was like over here somewhere at around like 203, and it jumped to 205. And it moved all the way up to 214, which was that first price target that I told y'all to watch for, right? It pulled back a little bit with the market, which is normal. And then now after hours, it's back up to $214. Now, again, I said after it reaches 214, then we can aim for higher prices of like 220. So my thoughts and opinions are not changing regarding Visa. I think it has some ways to go all the way up in this circle right over here, right? And that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to annihilate the like button for the YouTube algorithm. As always, it helps the channel a lot and allows more people to get this knowledge as well. Also, if you are new to the channel, definitely click on subscribe and click on the notification bell along with all notifications. That way you don't miss out on future uploads. If you would like to be part of a private Discord community, you can find that as the very first link in the description of the video below. If you're not following us on social media, you can find me at Ngumah and the PATTERNOLOGY LAB on Instagram and on Twitter. And lastly, if all of this is brand new to you, if you're interested in getting started in the stock market, I left some very basic step-by-step directions in the description of the video below. Step 1 to step 3. It only takes about 15 minutes or less for you to get set up with all the tools you need to start trading immediately. You can also get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850 right after you sign up with Webull using the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ngumah with PATTERNOLOGY LAB, where we trade patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video, right? Enjoy the outro.